So on the line now and off. And that's the first of our 1500s underway, which is the men's H1500. And looks like it is Tariku Nachev going to a bit of a lead. He might need to just settle it down a little bit. Bit of a newbie on the middle distance scene at the moment, but striding beautifully out front. Robbie Jones sitting there in third. I think I might spot Zach Sanderson sitting midfield there as well. Nemesi sitting in the midfield in the Collingwood uniform. But looking good out front at the moment is Tariku Nachev. Saw him running 800 at Lakeside. I think that was his debut at Milers Club. So good to see him back here at Duncan McKinnon and going over that 1500 metre distance. So certainly looking steady as they come through. Bit over 50 seconds, maybe 53 as they go through here. And we have Fulton in next position, then Jones, Blood, Sanderson. Next up there, Jasper Bignall, one of our youngsters. Robbie Newling out the back of the pack at the moment. Also with Peter Russian. Robbie in the traditional barefoot attire here. So just missing. So Tariku Nachev just looking pretty comfortable out front there. Fulton going nicely. Jones deciding just to sit there. I think Sanderson's going to make a little move at the moment, looking too comfortable there and just coming along, drawing alongside Blood and going past now. Bignall sitting in the middle of the pack. Imbriano's just gone past Nemesi. I think Short's in next position. And then we have Newling and also Russian. But out front, it is our Doncaster runner. Quite often we see the freshies come in and hard to get a seeding time correct on them because they don't have much experience, but still looking quite comfortable as he comes through and be getting 2 laps to go. Tariku Nachev, he's through 2 laps out. Good pack coming through now though. Fulton's still there, Jones in good position. To the outside also we've got Sam Shaw. So Imbriano, Nemesi, a couple of the experienced runners there. Gap then to Short and also Bignall. And then Newling and Russian still going along very nicely at the rear of the field. But out front, it is our Doncaster runner. No change there with Nachev leading. Out by about 40 metres now. So if anything, he's extending that lead, and the first one to try and make a move there is Sam Shaw. So Shaw now just moving ahead of Fulton, Jones going with him, then Imbriano, Nemesi and Sanderson. Gap then to, I think that might be Short and also Blood, but coming through to get 1 lap to go. Let's see what the strength's like. Wind just easing a little bit, if anything here, so not as stiff as it was for the 8s. And Tariku Nachev going through at 3:30 at the bell. So next one through, it is the long striding Sam Shaw, then Jones, Fulton, Imbriano, Nemesi. Sanderson's just got to hold on. Short and Blood are together. Bignall, 1 lap to go for young Jasper. Probably his first time here. So Jasper Bignall 1 lap out. Newling starting to wind it up. And then Peter Russian. But down the back straight, gee, look at the stride on Sam Shaw. He's starting to really get a sniff here. So Nachev will be challenged. It'll be interesting to see what the response is like. But Shaw's putting a lot of work in just to bridge that gap. So Imbriano is now pushing forward 200 out, just getting ahead of Fulton and also Jones. Gap then to Nemesi. But out front, Shaw's working hard to bridge that gap. I'd be very interested what Tariku does when he's challenged here. He might have that extra gear because Shaw's worked very, very hard. Yep, there it is. That's what you talk about, an extra 3 gears, I think. He went right up the gearbox. But Tariku could just say Shaw had done so much work. But Tariku, it's going to be a 4:42 thereabouts, so great running, but a good performance by Shaw. That was gutsy. Dino Imbriano, 4:48 for an old fella, not bad. Fulton, talking about old fellas, Robbie Jones, that's a great run, well under the 5-minute mark, and Nemesi through. safely under 5. Let's get behind Sanderson here as well. And Robbie Newling's really putting it down. Those bare feet are really burning up this track here at Duncan McKinnon. That Sanderson's through next. William Short, the local from Glen Huntly. Then Mr. Blood from Ballarat. Big finish from Newling, about 5:12. Let's get behind Jasper Bignell. Great run there from Jasper, and he'll be finishing the clock about 5:20. And Peter Russian, once again, clocks off a good Milers Club performance here. And that's our men's H 1500 metres.